Hey beautiful Geminis, welcome back to the channel. Gemini, let's get directly to your messages. Gemini energy. Okay. Stillness. This could be a blessing. The stillness could be a blessing here. Somebody could just be taking time out to ground themselves. Sometimes stillness is worth every penny on earth. There's blessings in the stillness. It's time to ground and nurture. There's the green man synergy, getting somebody's energy back. Okay, so something could be changing here. What's going on? Protection. So, oh boy. There's some kind of an illusion here. I don't know if someone wants to initiate a reconciliation. Let's see. What's this about, Gemini? Does someone want to reconcile? Justice? A friendship? Somebody could be missing someone's friendship. Or is there some kind of argument? Maybe somebody's had an argument. And maybe they're regretting something. Maybe they regret arguing. Maybe they're like, someone's very joyful. Someone is really protected here. And they could be getting some kind of justice. Now, I'm not sure what's gone on here. Maybe somebody regrets rejecting someone. Maybe they regret something they said. Or they're worried about rejection. Now, this could be kinfolk. I'm not sure. Let's get into it. Something was an illusion. Maybe somebody blames somebody for something. This could be family. Maybe somebody is not speaking to one another. It's like somebody blaming here. This is stupid. What's going on? Someone's holding a grudge, see? Because maybe somebody moved away, or holding a grudge because somebody moved and they got hurt and they were wishing, you know, hoping and wishing. It's like they're mad. It's like they're holding a grudge because someone moved away, or they're holding a grudge because somebody has gone and trusted their own visions and done living their own life. They're living their own life. Now, someone else is hostile, someone else is holding a grudge because somebody has distanced themselves or has moved away, literally. And it's like, well, I'm not sure why they've distanced themselves yet. There could be a reason why they distance themselves. Like, this is an Empress who's trusting their intuition. Okay, they're very patient. They're living life. Okay, this is someone who lives their life very positively. Okay, and maybe it's time that a cycle ended. Or maybe someone is like angry that the Empress distanced themselves. Maybe the Empress is keeping their distance for a reason. And it seems like someone else is very bitter because they have. Now, I'm not sure why yet. Like, we were friends. You know what I mean? We were friends. And maybe they actually resent that the Empress is living their best life, you know? Times have changed. Things aren't the same. Maybe the Empress has gone on to do something for themselves or gone on to do something that makes them happy. You know what I'm saying? But why can't these friends be happy for the Empress? That's what I want to know. Why are they being distant friends? Like, why are they distancing themselves? There's a reason. Well, maybe they've been too judgmental of the Empress. Maybe they're envious of the Empress. Maybe because their own life is unstable. Otherwise, they would be happy for this Empress. I'm just going to put it out there. They would be proud of this Empress or happy for this Empress. Because obviously the Empress is living a good life here. And someone else is holding a grudge because the Empress is thriving. It looks like the Empress is thriving here. What's the problem here? Why is the Empress distant? Well. They're holding a grudge. Someone's holding a grudge against the Empress for thriving. I'm sorry, they are. And it looks like a friendship or a family situation. Well, let me tell you that the Empress is choosy about who they're going to allow in their life. They've distanced themselves for a reason. And the reason it's looking like they distanced themselves is because they're actually insecure and they're actually could be jealous or envious of the fact that the Empress is thriving. How can you be friends with someone who begrudges your blessings? How can you be friends with someone that someone begrudges? Begrudging their happiness, begrudging their blessings. Yeah, it's a really good reason to distance yourself from someone, I'm going to say. there is a relationship change here. And they could be saying that, oh, they've changed since they got this money. Or they've changed since, that's not true. They didn't change because they got money. They changed because the people they were associating with may have been trying to... This is negative energy. And an Empress will distance themselves from negative energies. Like, they will. Like an Empress, especially a High Priestess, you're not gonna fool. They pick up vibes. They listen to their intuition. They already know that they had to distance themselves from a friendship or distance themselves from particular people because they can tell that someone's holding a grudge because of their blessings. It's almost like, if you can't be happy for me and you can't be happy for my blessings, I will distance myself. Because, and they're like saying, these people are like saying, yeah, they've really changed since they got some money. Or they've changed since this is a change for the better. So why does all change have to be bad? The only thing that's changed, they're still the same person. But why is someone holding a grudge? Because they've been blessed. Is it that they are saying, oh, this person's changed ever since they got some money? Or is it that this person may have already noticed certain things that were going on and was distancing themselves? It's like there's two sides to every story, but one side of this story, and it's a one-sided story. Oh yeah, they've changed since, the Empress come into some money. Maybe they think they're too good for us, or they've changed ever since they got money. Well, that's not exactly true. That's only one side of the story. But the real reason that the Empress and the High Priestess have distanced themselves from these people, friends or family members, is because they secretly know that someone's holding a grudge against their blessings. Now, if you can't be happy for me and celebrate me when I'm winning, were you a friend to begin with? Like, were you actually even a friend? If you can't celebrate my wins, are you even my friend? Like, there's two sides to every story. Oh, well. Oh, I see. Because their own situation could be like, they could be, okay, here's where people get strange. There's two sides to every story. Now, these people's side of the story is, yeah, the Empress has changed, the High Priestess have changed. Ever since they come into money or got these blessings, they've changed. They haven't changed. They just got more money. They're always the same person. However, these people could be saying that, but actually what it is they're holding a grudge. These people are actually holding a grudge, and they're blocking their own blessings by not being able to celebrate the Empress's wins. They are blocking their own blessings. It's like they're resentful that the Empress has received this or is receiving this. And there's one sure way to block your blessings is by resenting the blessings of others. Okay? And that's what's going on. The Empress has always been the Empress. The High Priestess has always been the High Priestess. And the only thing that has changed is the amount of money that they have. They're still the same person. They're still the same human. But these people may have changed. These people may have changed their attitude about the High Priestess. They may have changed their attitude about the Empress. Because they're blocking their own blessings by holding a grudge and being resentful. And no, who wants to hang around people that are bitter, miserable, can't congratulate you or celebrate your wins? I think that the Empress doing well or the High Priestess doing well is making these people very uncomfortable. It's not anything the High Priestess is doing or the Empress is doing. These are their own accountability. This is their own mindsets. This is the things they tell themselves to justify why they've distanced themselves or why the Empress has distanced themselves. That's got nothing to do with the Empress. That's got nothing to do with the High Priestess. That has to do with their perception of it. Because I'm telling you right now, the High Priestess, the Empress, they're still the same person. They just may have gotten more money. But they're still the same person, but they're being judged for their money. They're being judged for what they have. This is horrible. And people don't realize that they're doing it. They're actually begrudging the Empress's blessings. And that's why they're miserable. And that's why they've distanced themselves. It's like, that's their own insecurities. That's their own, how they perceive themselves. It's got nothing to do with the Empress. So don't feel guilty if people are doing this to you, Gemini. Don't feel guilty. It's not you they have a problem with. It's themselves. It's like they're begrudging. Yeah, they're so different. We can't fit in with them anymore because they have some money, or we don't fit in with them. They're making it that way by begrudging their blessings. Like, I'm serious. People don't get this. Yeah, saying stuff like they're selfish. They're selfish. No, maybe they're selfish. Just saying, maybe it's them who is being selfish. If they can't celebrate someone's wins, who's the selfish one here? Just saying. I'm serious. This could be the Empress, and this could be the Empress's kinfolk. Like their immediate family. Like their children or whatever. And someone is calling them selfish because they've gotten some good luck or some good karma. And they're thinking that, oh yeah, they're too good for us now or something like that. But the actual story is the opposite. These people are full of love. These people are full of positivity. These people are full of insight. These people have many talents, many gifts, and work hard. So who's really changed here? Is it the Empress? Is it the High Priestess? The King of Pentacles? Did they really change? Or is it these people making it an excuse for why they had to distance themselves? Maybe they can't handle being around rich people. Maybe they can't handle being around all that positivity. Maybe they can't handle seeing someone else win. Because somebody is definitely winning over here. You know, these are people who are self-made. You know, money didn't fall from trees here. These are people who are self-made individuals. Everybody should be proud of them. Everybody should be celebrating their wins. But they can't. They can't celebrate the wins. Why? Why is the answer? What's the root of why they can't celebrate other people's wins? I'm not too sure. Like I told you, this is entrepreneurship. This is someone very positive, very loving, very kind, very generous. This is someone devout, committed, responsible, self-made, hardworking. This is working together to build something solid. Why can't they be celebrated? Like they may have moved. You know what I'm saying? They may have moved away or they may have moved on. Why? What's the problem? Because it's their own fears of being judged. It's their own insecurities, their own fears. So if you have friends or family members that can't handle your lifestyle because you may have hit success or you may have hit something big here, or you're just working towards something stable and solid, and then all of a sudden your friends get mad at you or your family members start acting differently toward you, it's really sad that they do that, because it's actually, they see this as a threat to their own lifestyle. Like, it makes them question who they are. Not saying that you are questioning who they are, or that the High Priestess is questioning who they are. They're not. It's these people questioning, it's their own fears. It's their own fears. They're actually holding grudges because somebody did something about their life and accomplished it. I'm sorry. Like, you should not have to apologize for your blessings. They're hard won. Hard earned. Like, you shouldn't have to, kiss people's butts because you've been blessed. Like, you're supposed to be being, celebrate your blessings, be happy about your blessings, but you can't be happy around these people because they're miserable when they hear about your successes or your wins. And then they get all resentful because you are. That's not a true friend in the first place. And it's a family member, perhaps, who needs to grow up a bit and realize the whole world doesn't evolve around them. You know what I mean? Anybody who cannot be joyful for someone else's successes, what does they do when you're a failure? Does it make them feel good to see you fail? That's why you distance yourself from people who think like this. Because they would love nothing more than to see someone fail. Secretly, they'd grin. That's horrible. That's horrible. They turn cold because of envy. They turn cold because of envy. It's one-upping. So you're all good while you're down and beneath them, lower than they are, but the minute you rise up, are they your friend? Are they proud of you anymore? Nope, they turn cold. This is envy. This is conflicts. This is one-upping. It's almost like people who want to see you less than they are. The minute you supersede them, they got a problem with you. Those are people you want to distance yourself from because they're truly not your friends and they are truly not supportive family members if that's what they're doing. Like when you're down and out, that makes them feel good. When they see you win, they hold a grudge. That's what it is. I'm sorry. So somebody's going through some challenges with friends or family members. Now this is someone very healthy. This is a healthy environment. This is a very unhealthy environment. And it's like they're resentful of someone's blessings, and it's all over this read. Someone needs to be selecting out their friends and even some family members for some of you. Because competing or one-upping, like, someone needs to think about what they're doing. Okay? They need to see the truth about what they're doing. Oh my. And maybe someone is a shapeshifter, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they're all like nice to your face or whatever, and then they stab you in the back the minute your back is turned and say everything negative. I don't know. It's like always get both sides of the story. That's what I know. Get both sides of the story, because the Empress or the High Priestess or the King of Pentacles is not distancing themselves because they think they're too good. They are distancing themselves because they have enough insight to know that people are begrudging their blessings. Somebody needed to hear that. This is not why the High Priestess is distancing themselves. They're distancing themselves because somebody else can't handle them winning. What can you talk about? What can you say without it being used against you or begrudged? You know what quite honestly, what can you... I mean, they're not bragging either. They're not bragging. They're not rubbing it in someone else's face that has less than. They're not rubbing it in. They're not showing off. They're not any different than they were when they had less. But they're perceived differently, although they're the very same person. That is judgmental. They're the same person they always were. They didn't change. They may have just started listening. Because something is so obvious here. And if obviousness is coming out in the read, it was obvious to the High Priestess or the Empress that someone was feeling this way. And those are people you do not want to surround yourself by. It doesn't mean you're better than or that you think you're better than. It just means the kind of people like that is dangerous. Okay, these kind of people is dangerous to be around. Whether they're family or whether they're friends. And it's causing a divide. And it's all over not being able to celebrate someone's wins, okay? And they'll make up stories to justify why they don't talk to them, or they'll make up stories as to, what's wrong with the Empress. Yeah, we don't go around them. They've changed. Ever since they got money, they've changed. No, it's their own insecurities. The Empress is not built like that. Neither is the High Priestess. You want the truth, they'll give you the truth. You get that weird feeling. Okay, you get this creepy feeling. I've had people do it to me too. You get the creeps from people like that. It's like if you say something positive about what you're doing, and then it's met with, yeah, buts. Oh, well, that's not what I believe. That's not what I think. That's not what I'd do. Yeah, well, I would have done it like this. How come you didn't do it like that? Why'd you do that for? All those things. You've all had people do that to you. It's like, I don't even know if they're meaning harm by it. It's just, they don't know any better. And even if they do know any better, they can't handle it. They can't handle someone doing them, like, in their mind, thinking that someone's doing better than them. They can't handle it. They'll talk negatively about them. Yeah, they think they're too good for us. No, they don't. No, they don't. They don't like the attitude. They don't like the flack. They don't like the gestures. They don't like the comments. They don't like the dirty looks. The negative comments that are made. How can you be around people like that and have come away with a good feeling? Otherwise, they'll just drain your energy. It's like, you seem to have to apologize for your blessings. No, you don't. You don't need to apologize to anyone for your blessings. They were God-given. You know what I'm saying? Give credit where credit's due. That's all I know. Take care.